Alright, sadly, I have got very, very bad news. Certainly, if you are a fan of Darren the Gorilla Till, the injury bug strikes again. He's out of his fight against Jack Hermansson. I was very, very much looking forward to that one. Of course, if you know me and Darren are very friendly. He's often a guest on my podcast. We do some business together. We have a company together called Block Asset. And he's a good guy. And I'm a fan of his. I love watching him fight. He's had a great run. He had a great rise through the welterweight rankings. Got a title shot against Tyron Woodley. Got clipped against Masvidal and then went up to 185. And was doing fantastic. Made his debut at 185 against Kelvin Gastelum. And then, you know, he struggled a little bit. But so what? He's still a young man. He was only 28 years old. And I always talk about Darren. I always say he'll be a future champion. And sometimes people scoff. But they shouldn't, because I kind of know what I'm talking about. Listen, if you look at the record of Darren Till, Till currently is 1-4 in his last 5 outings. So you hear that, 1-4 in his last 5 outings. That can be a little bit misleading, because if you look at the people that he's lost to, then that paints a very, very different picture. Of course, listen, no one wants to lose fights. That's not what we're here to do. We're here to win fights. And Darren Till was winning a lot of them. He came to the UFC with a massive reputation. Right? My old Thai boxing coach, Daz Morris, was so high on him. Here he is, 18-4. And 4 of those losses have come in his last 5 fights. He lost to Tyron Woodley, he lost to Jorge Masvidal, beat Kelvin Gastelum, then it was Robert Whittaker and Derek Brunson. Well, Woodley was for the belt, okay, and he was a very dominant champion. Masvidal, that was a tremendous fight, okay, and he was doing very well against Masvidal. He just got clipped. Robert Whittaker is the consensus #1 contender. Right? No shame in losing a fucking razor-close fight to Robert Whittaker, by the way. There was one takedown in round 5. That is kind of what caused Robert to get that victory. Not hating on Robert's victory. That was a hard-earned, well-earned victory. He deserved it. But I'm saying that's how close it was. And then, of course, he had a bad stylistic matchup against Derek Brunson. Derek is a pain in the ass for a Muay Thai boxer like Darren. Darren wants to keep the fight on the feet. He's not really a wrestler. Of course, he can wrestle a bit. He knows some jiu-jitsu, but he does his work on the feet. Brunson went in, out-wrestled him, had the perfect game plan, and that was that. So, yes, he's lost 4 out of his last 5, but as I said, that doesn't paint a fair picture. Now, where does this leave Darren? It's such a bloody shame. He's a mate of mine. This just broke. It's late in England. I haven't called him. I'm not going to wake him up in the middle of the night. And to be fair, he probably doesn't want to talk to me. You know, we're friends, but I'm not like his best bud. I'm not like his, you know, his best mate in the whole goddamn world. You know, he just pulled out of a fight. You know, he's going to be going through a lot of emotions. The thing is, people think, sometimes the public think, should I say, that fighters have no problem pulling out of fights. Well, that is not the case at all. It's only a few weeks away now. We're in July, just over 2.5 weeks away, okay? Do you know the amount of sacrifice that Darren has put in to get ready for this? Or any fighter? You know, the sacrifices that you make, the training that you endure, the pain that you go through, you know, getting up for those early morning runs, the sparring, the endless repetitiveness, going to the gym. Nobody wants to pull out of a fight. Certainly not Darren Till. Darren Till's a proper fighter. Obviously, Jack Hermansson, you know, it's a shame for Jack as well, because you're getting ready for one stylistic opponent. Hopefully, and I'm sure UFC, they do a great job of finding replacements at the last minute. So Jack, you know, well done for staying on the card if you do, and I'm looking forward to finding out who the matchup's going to be, because I'm commentating that one. But for Darren, you know, I think he did the right thing pulling out of this. I spoke to Darren last week. I was on my morning run, and he gave me a call, and he told me he was suffering with injuries. You know, I said, how's camp going and stuff? And he said, yeah, he said, it's the injuries. The injuries are driving me crazy. He didn't go into specifics. Sorry, it wasn't a phone call. It was text messages. We were texting back and forth. I don't run very fast. I can text and run. He just said, yeah. I said, how's camp going? He said, yeah, the injuries are killing me. I was trying to get a little information for when I'm commentating. And he didn't tell me much other than he was struggling with injuries. I said, well, best advice I can give you is take some time off, which I always say. Jason Prillo, my longtime coach, used to say it takes confidence to take a day off or to take some time off. It's mental weakness to think, I've got to go, I've got to go, I've got to go. More and more. Turns out less is more. Certainly when you're a young, fit man that's willing to train hard, that's willing to go the extra mile. Most MMA guys, most guys in the UFC, we have no problem training hard, most of us. There's some lazy bastards. But most people want to work hard, they want to push hard, and we all overtrain. So when I heard about this from Darren, because he mentioned he was struggling with injuries, I wasn't surprised. You know, but still doesn't mean that it's not a terrible shame. Darren's a massive star. You know, for all the fans that were going to the O2 Arena in London on July 23rd, this is a big blow. It is. But Darren will be back. This is not the end of the road. And given his win-to-loss ratio recently, listen, given that he's lost 4 out of his last 5, he's making the right decision. At this point, listen, Darren's still got a potential world title in his future. I truly believe that. Look at how close those fights were. I truly believe that. But going in there half-cocked, going in there with an injury that's going to hold him back. Remember his last fight against Brunson, he had a partially torn, I think it was an LCL. Then he was having stem cells and all these type of things. I don't know. If I'm guessing, it sounds like he's having knee issues once again. And certainly against Jack Hermansson, a guy that's going to try and take him down. Jack Hermansson's not probably, I don't know, but more than likely not going to stand on the feet, not going to go toe-to-toe. He's going to try and wrestle him. That's going to be a lot of wear and tear on the knees. So if it is the knee, and I'm assuming here, then he's made the right decision. He's made the right choice. Because another loss, not only is it bad for his record, not bad for his reputation, how people think of him, how high regard they hold him in, more importantly, it would be bad for Darren, and bad for this, and bad for confidence. You know, and once that goes, it's very hard to get back. So anyway, Darren, you made the right choice. Rest up, get better, give me a call. If you see this, I hope you don't mind me doing a video about it, but it's all over the bloody place. It's on MMA Junkie, so it's not exactly a secret. Commiserations, I'm gutted. I was really looking forward to Jack Hermansson and Darren. That would have been a tremendous fight for both men. But the fight card's still fantastic. I'm excited for it. Tom Aspinall's back in there, Molly McCann, all the usual suspects, Paul Craig. Who else? Molly McCann has said. Paul Craig's taking on Volkan Oezdemir. Arnold Allen. I haven't seen him matched up yet. Maybe Arnold's going to be on there. I hope so. But anyway. Mohammed Makaev. He's on there as well. It's a sensational card. Paddy the Baddy, of course, I said him. Darren, get well. Get better. I look forward to calling your fights or watching your fight the next time you get in there. All the best, mate. All right, lads. And you guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe, ring the bell.